Grace and peace. This is Coach Martin Wilson, and I want to invite you to join me now for the Martin Wilson Podcast. In this podcast, I'm not just going to teach you leadership, but I'm going to teach you and give you tips that will help you to lead your best life. So join me now in a podcast already in progress. Grace and peace, everyone. Grace and peace. So glad to be with you. It's always a blessing. And I'm coming to you on a beautiful, just beautiful Sunday evening here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wonderful service today. Big shout outs to my pastor, Bishop John Smiley. So excited about what God is doing some great things there at Souls Harvest Ministries. But I just wanted to come to you just for a few moments, just a thought that I was pondering that I think would be something good that will start your week off in a good direction, pointing in a good direction, that will start your week on a positive note, a positive focus. And it comes from a quote that I've gathered from some studying that I was doing as I was coming down the road. I told you my car is always my mobile university. It's the Refocus Mobile University. It's my place of learning. And I'm always trying to learn something new, always trying to gather some new information. So this is something that dropped in my spirit today as a result of my studying today. If you keep contemplating the pains of your past, you will never enjoy the blessings of your future. If you keep contemplating the pains of your past, you will never enjoy the blessings of your future. Now, I know those of you that have listened to me understand that I do talk a lot about energy, the law of attraction, but it's all from a biblical foundation. I believe as a man thinketh, so is he. There's one translation says, so he becomes. So when we think about this, there is no way that we can get to a better future if we're constantly contemplating the pains of our past. Those are two different vibrations, if you will. One is positive, one is negative. And the thing that we've got to really understand is when you keep contemplating and going over and talking and reminiscing about the pain of your past, you literally set yourself in a direction to relive the events again. You keep attracting more of the same thing to you. That's why a lot of times when you're on a job and you're wanting to increase your career or move to a new job, it's so hard. And one of the hardest parts about it is really a spiritual aspect, is until you're content with what you have, it makes it difficult for something new to enter in. That's why gratitude is such a powerful, powerful tool. Gratitude puts you in alignment with the flow of the next blessing that is supposed to be coming in your life. Now, the not liking what you have sends forth a desire and sends forth a rocket of desire that says, I want something better than what this is. But you can never get the better if your total focus is on how bad it is. I went through this when I worked at Goodwill Industries. I had to make up my mind that I loved my job. I started telling myself I love my job. And every day in my mind, when I was leaving, I would put my bag in my hand and I would imagine myself going out that door for the very last time until that literally manifested in my life. But I come to the realization that my not liking and my constantly pointing out what I didn't like was only making things worse for me. You can't continuously contemplate the pains of your past or even your present situation and think that you're ever going to be able to move and to enjoy the blessings that are before you. I believe that God has some great things that are in store for us, but our focus has to be on those things that we desire to come. The Bible says it like this, that we are to call things that be not as though they already are. In other words, I've got to walk in the blessing even though I don't have it yet. I've got to give thanks. I've got to give praise. I've got to meditate as if I'm already in the place that I desire to be. And I've got to keep my focus on where I want to go and not get so caught up in where I'm at. Now, listen, I want you throughout this week, I want you to begin to focus your mind, focus your attention on the things that you desire, the things that you want to see manifested in your life. Begin to put your attention on those things. They may be bad things all around you, but try your best to focus on the good. Find the good in every situation. Listen, this is Coach Martin Wilson. I thank you so much for joining me on these podcasts. Ask that you join me on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. for Refocus Life Leadership. We're going to have a very special program. That's every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Monday nights on Facebook Live. You can see my good friend, Miss Steele, Coach Steele. She comes on with Relationship 101 on Facebook Live on Tuesday night. Let's Talk Tuesday with my good friend, Dr. Anthony St. Louis. So listen, until next time, this is Coach Martin Wilson. God bless.